The widespread image of a happy, non-violent old Tibet is a romantic myth. The country was strictly organized hierarchically, ruled by clergy and nobility. Draconian physical punishment was customary. That, too, was the old Tibet. For the past 350 years, the Dalai Lamas were worldly rulers of the country. They lived in the magnificence of the palace. It was unacceptable to contradict the Dalai Lama. Private audiences were virtually unobtainable for common Tibetans.
A key moment in the history of Tibetan Buddhism and the beginning of a separation which could exclude 4 million Tibetans practicing this religion.
Aren't you ashamed to bring us such trouble? Get them to go. Get rid of them.
A few weeks after the Dalai Lama's speech, Shugden monks could no longer enter monasteries. They were to regroup themselves away from the monastery. Henceforth, they would be regarded as rebels, traitors who turned their backs on their master. Within a few months, this peaceful village shunned a part of its population. In the streets, witch hunts are the order of the day, with portraits of Shugden leaders pasted on the walls like outlaws.
Look, they have just put up their photos on the wall.
They are banned from entering not only shops, but also public institutions.
Yeah, you see this one. What is it? This is oath. So if you even take oath, don't come in this hospital.
It's apartheid on Buddhist land. In India, the worshippers of the Shugden deity are forced to go into hiding. This old woman had to flee her village because she felt threatened. She found shelter 300 kilometers away from her place, in this family.
I took all my baggage, locked my house, and fled 3 days ago. I had no choice being the lone Shugden in my village. I've had a lot of problems. I couldn't sleep before 2 o'clock at night. I had to lock the door and place heavy rocks and wood against it to be sure no one could attack me. I kept locking my door so many times.
Before, we also used to have faith in him, in Dalai Lama. Even we all had faith in him. But now she feels like every one of us feel that, if he's really Buddha, if he's really God, he won't create so much problem, he won't give us so much trouble, he won't, I believe if he's a Buddha, he won't give any problem to one, any human being, so we feel that, I think all of us have changed our mind now. We don't see him as we have seen him earlier,
An unusual scene, inconceivable a few years ago. Monks demonstrate against the government of the Dalai Lama. How many times have they thrown stones against our house? A little child sleeps inside. I don't care if they kill us parents, but I'm afraid they will harm our child. Every time I go to work, I'm scared they will kill my child or kidnap him before I get back. At meetings, they all look at me with contempt, even old friends. We live in constant fear. We trusted the Dalai Lama. If he does something like this, how far have things gone? We still live in the Tibetan community, but we don't belong there anymore. They have excluded us completely. About 100 people attacked us. Had we gone out of our house, they definitely would have killed us. Fanatical followers of the Dalai Lama tried to burn down this family's house. They successfully forced these people who revere the deity now banned by the Dalai Lama to flee. They lost everything. This family are pariahs of the Tibetan community in India.
I am here means I am working very hard for religion freedom. I fight for religion freedom, so therefore I am here. There is no chance to religion freedom. No, if you fight for religion freedom to the Tibetan exile government, then automatically they will put your picture in the poster and nobody say, don't talk with them, don't listen for them. So therefore we haven't any chance to tell our truth all over the world.